All right, I'm going to take a look at Amazon. And Amazon recently had this big breakout because it tested this critical resistance area several times. It set that all-time high on August 31, 2020, and then it couldn't really break past that until recently. And so now we've pulled back right directly to that previous resistance area, and the bulls are going to want to step in here and show support right around this area, because if it does continue dropping further, this could be a fake out above these highs on pretty high volume, and that could leave a lot of people trapped in the red. And I do think that would be a bad signal if Amazon does break back below this critical area. Right now, the bulls could still step in right around here. You want to see the bulls hold last week's low, ideally, of 35.70, so it could continue that weekly higher low pattern, where you see it's held a higher low last week compared to the week before, and the week before, and before, and again, and again. So you want to see that pattern continue, ideally, or at minimum, the bulls definitely want to see 35.29 hold, which is the low of the week before last week. I think at the worst, the bulls want to see that area hold, that level. The monthly, we're getting a big upper wick of profit taking on the monthly. It's just over half the month, but we already have almost as much volume as the month before, so we're probably going to get more volume this month than last month. The RSI got close to that 70 mark and rejected on the weekly. On the daily, got overbought, cooled off, and the RSI is just getting weaker. We're in that 50s now. We went from overbought to a pretty weak RSI. Getting that bearish MACD cross on the daily. Lots of bear volume, but no massive spikes. Pretty big spike in the short term. Could possibly see a little bit of a rebound around here. That's what the bulls want to see. The bulls at least have to show some defense at this area, because this is a critical area to me. And when you test it so many times and then it finally breaks out, but then if it were to break back below, that would be fairly concerning to me and for the bulls, the tech bulls in general, and the NASDAQ bulls in general. So we're going to see how that plays out. But like I said, the ideal levels bulls are looking to hold is 35.70 and at least 35.29. And they want to see the bulls continue to ride this weekly 4-period moving average. If we do gap down, could be a short-term buy to retest that line up there, or get closer to the red line if it does gap down. If it gaps up, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a little bit of a pullback here, unless it passed the high of Friday, which is 36.46. The bulls would really need to step in. They want to pass that high of Friday. I don't see that happening personally. The NASDAQ's already showing some weakness into tomorrow. But what you could do is you could bottom fish around here. Set your stop loss below 35.50 or so, let's say 35.40. If you don't want them to just trigger your stop and then make it go up like they do sometimes. What's that called? Stop hunting. So the market makers do that sometimes. So anyways, feel like I'm a little bit tired today, so I'm not fully analyzing these stocks as good as I should. But that's what I'm seeing right now anyways. So bulls definitely want to step in around here. You could bottom fish around here with a pretty tight stop loss. So you have a good potential gain if the bulls do hold this area and they see a rebound here, potentially head towards higher highs. There's a good gain potential and a low risk potential if you set a pretty tight stop loss around here. So that's what the bulls want to see. Hold last week's low, or at least the week before. Thanks for watching, guys. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, share. Check out my website, 10baggerstocks.com. And have a good night. I'll make more videos shortly.